So do you all have your script ready?
Crash encounters a maneuver.
This is chemsex to me.
That old man whose thing you said.
I only have questions. I don't have any answers.
In the podcast, because I just started the recording.
You ready to go then, yeah?
Yes, I'm ready to go. Christ, I'm waiting for no sound. Why is it so hard to keep you
no
quiet?
sound right now.
Oh, fucking hell, whatever. Welcome to our podcast where we discuss life. And if you don't stand still at any point, you might think life is uneventful, but it is not. We're here in this podcast and we're going to take a moment and make sure that we do not skip the exciting parts of life. And I don't do this alone. I do this with my good friends Chris.
Hello.
And Shane.
Hello.
And hopefully Tom will be joining us later, if we're lucky. He's gone off to get some crisps. We assume Prom Bear.
No, chips.
Oh, chips!
Yeah, chips.
I know you crazy Dutchies get confused when we say chips. But we mean
No, I
British
don't
chips.
get confused when you
Proper
say
British
chips.
chips, mate.
Dude, I used to live in Britland. I know what chips are.
Yeah, you did, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you forget.
I'll let you off.
Many moons ago, though, to be honest. Actually, that's something funny. So we had a meeting today, and as of this week, we need to do our department meetings in English because we've got two people from India joining now. So afterwards, I ran into one of my coworkers, and he went like, "Oh man, your English accent it's really nice to listen to. Where did you learn that?" And I didn't know what to say, so I just went
Sweden
in England. Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah. So the question answers itself, really, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh dear.
Anyway, let's start with the first section, which is how's life without tartar sauce, Chris?
It's pretty good. I'd like to upgrade lack of tartar sauce to something else, actually.
Oh,
I'd like to upgrade it to lack of spicy sriracha mayonnaise.
whoa. That is a lack of spicy what mayonnaise?
Sriracha mayonnaise.
What?
It's mayonnaise infused with sriracha sauce.
What?
I not know what this is. I'm pretty sure I can live quite a good life without it, personally.
Well, chili mayonnaise basically is all it is. Delicious.
It sounds
Yeah, but
very...
if sriracha mayonnaise didn't exist, you could just get mayonnaise and put some chili in it, and it would be the same thing. So
Yeah, but this takes the effort out by doing it for you.
No, we're going to stick with the tartar sauce because it's a reference to an earlier podcast. How are things? How are you doing?
Well, I was doing fine until you just ruined my motivation by not being able to have spicy sriracha mayonnaise.
Well, you can have the mayonnaise. It's just, that's not going to be the question. It's going to be a staple of a podcast that rather than saying how are you doing, we're going to say how's life without tartar sauce because I think
Should
it's
be a
funny.
statement. Like I say, same as last week, it's not quite as lumpy.
Not quite as lumpy. Okay, Shane, how are you doing?
yeah, good. Try not to boil to death.
Boiled to death. Why would you be boiling to death?
Flat with a south-facing window, so it's basically like being in a greenhouse.
Yep.
I've now got 2 towel fans.
Oh, so it's very windy. Is how you're doing.
Somehow, despite how a lot of towel fans, they have this thing where they seem to have quite a narrow. I don't know what to call it, so I'm just going to call it a beam.
Mm-hmm.
A beam
a
of
wind,
air.
a wind beam.
That's what you call it, a wind beam. They have quite a narrow wind beam. It's difficult to find the beam. So, you have this constant aim where you try and aim it, realise you got the aim wrong, so then you have to go back. But now you can't really aim it because you're not sitting.
No, I know.
You have to sort of change it slightly, go sit down, and you're like, oh my God, this is going to take forever.
I have this problem when I do a workout at home. Like, I'll put the fan on in case because I'll get warm. And then I'll just be pointing at my feet, and it's like, yeah, that's not really doing anything.
You got the recipe's really hot, but now you've got freezing cold feet.
I don't need my feet to be cold. I have Raynaud's syndrome. My feet are cold enough.
Oh dear.
But did anything other exciting thing happen in your life, or rather than turning fans on and trying to aim them? Because you're living the dream out of the sounds of it.
Oh, well, the only thing got coming up, we're going Glastonbury soon. That's always fun.
Is that a festival?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the biggest in the UK.
Is it what sort of festival are we talking about? Is it techno? Is it EDM? Is it what are we doing? What are we doing at this? Is it the Asparagus Festival?
Sorts. I mean, I can guarantee you there will be someone selling asparagus there.
So
It's a bit of everything. It's everything from very elderly people who used to be famous to popular acts from a lot of genres. And I have, like you say, like EDM, dance music.
So when you
They have
say
DJ booths all over the place.
when you say elderly people who used to be famous, like,
Like stars from the 1980s.
I don't really know any elder other than Tom Jones. Is it Tom Jones?
All right, well, yeah, think of that kind of thing. But imagine people who were sort of big in the like 70s and 80s,
All right.
who kind of haven't sung for a while, but some of them, there's a reason why they haven't sung for a while.
That's so mean.
No, but the thing is, I'm not mean about it because like it's expected. You're when you're like, some of them are approaching 80. When you're
Yeah, but
80, you obviously can't sing. Like when you're 30, that's like just obvious.
Oh,
I
I don't
find
know. Johnny Cash was pretty all right. Okay, he did start to sound old when he was old, and he wasn't even that old. But yeah, he did. His voice did change. But
I mean,
some types of singing age as well, I think.
some age better than others. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, people still enjoy it. They go to see it. It's not my bag. I definitely won't be there.
Good things coming up then.
Yep, definitely.
What about you, Yost? What's gone on with you?
Well, you know me. There's always something happening in my life. There could be a dishwasher story. Could be a stolen
Praise to
broccoli.
myself.
Okay, so what? I had nothing this week. I can tell you how I bit my lip. Do you want to hear the story about how I bit my lip?
The thing is, I don't know if I can handle the excitement.
Okay, so what happened is I bit my lip. And that's so. The thing about biting your lip on the inside is the first time you're like, shit, I bit my lip, but it's not that bad. But what is bad is that you know that once you've bitten it once, you are at least going to bite it one more time. And that happened the day before yesterday. I was enjoying an apple, a very crisp apple. And you know, apples compared to like bread
Oranges.
or other food, like they require a certain amount of chewing force. So I was chewing away at this apple, and I took another bite, and I bam, second bite on my lip, like really, and it hurt so much. I started swearing, and it wasn't pretty. So
Probably as that happens, and then you can't enjoy your delicious crisp apple because you're in too much pain.
there was blood on my apple. I kid you not. Like, that's how bad it was.
If it's a red apple, you can't. It's not really obvious, so is it?
The flesh isn't red. Apples don't have red flesh.
Some of them do.
What? Really? Name me the
Yes.
type of apple that has red flesh.
You can get apples with black flesh.
Yeah, if you'd let them rot.
Red's delicious. There you go. That's a red apple.
But is this? I'm not talking about the peel. I'm talking about the, the white, the broken white, yellowy inside.
You're moving the goalpost.
Well,
now.
yeah, no,
Bloody hell.
yeah, exactly. You've moved the goalposts. How dare you?
What?
No, you
I
didn't.
was talking about the flash of the apple. That's what that's called, right?
Yes, yeah.
Now I'm going to create a genetically modified apple with red flesh.
We should,
So I
because
can
it's
say I was
always
right.
fucking apples that cause these problems.
One
Snow
bad
White
apple.
had that problem, didn't she?
Yeah. So
I've never really been able to eat apples. For some reason, they often eating apple makes me feel really slightly sick. I don't know why. I actually like them.
Not even
but,
core.
oh, is that why?
It's just like a duck. Just swallow the whole thing in one.
Don't start with the
I
tree.
wondered.
So yeah, other than that, I had lunch yesterday. That was nice. I made sandwiches with brie on them. Like, this is, unfortunately, I don't really have any stories. Oh, I do actually. Come to think of it now, yes. You know the painter guy that's been working on my on a paint job in the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was painting away yesterday, and all of a sudden he came inside. I was in a meeting. It's like, oh, can I talk to you for a minute? And I just, put my headset off and muted myself. And I turned around and he was like, yeah, I accidentally dropped a bunch of paint on the tiles in your garden. And what this person doesn't understand is that I am completely indifferent about shit like this. I don't really care. I think accidents happen in life. They even happen to professionals, and there was no need for him to bother me with this now. And now he's going to replace the tiles with a few leftover tiles I have in my shed. And I told him he doesn't need to do that. It's fine. Like, in a couple of years, you'll probably not even notice it anymore because you're so used to the paint stain there. And yeah, like, maybe I'm super chill. I don't know.
I think he's probably used to being screamed at by Karens.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
my life is over. You spilled. Yeah, people really do.
Yeah, but yeah,
Those tiles have been in my family for thousands of years, and now you've dropped paint on them. I can't believe you've done this.
Oh yes, these tiles have been passed on from grandmother to granddaughter for generations. They've had a signature. What is it? The family symbol, family weapon.
I mean, you'd like to think I'm joking, but yeah.
We're only semi-joking.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully. So yeah, I don't have a story apart from the apple, the brie lunch, and a bunch of paint. That's it. What about you, Tom? How are you doing? Anything exciting happening in your life?
I'm good. Yeah, no, we're having the bathroom done as I've been keeping everyone abreast of. I'm only mentioning this, so this is a current event in my life, but in a few years' time, we'll look back at it and go, oh, that was the time, wasn't it? So yeah, it's been going on about a month, and suffice to say, it's been a very long month. It's still not finished. The unfitted toilet is now resident on the landing. I've used it twice, and it'll get there. It's getting there. It's almost done. It's so close. You can feel it. It's a massive improvement to what we had before, though. So that's good. I'm glad about that, and it does look nice, etc. So that'll be good. But that's been taking up a lot of time. What else have I been doing? I've not been doing a lot. I went to at the weekend. I went to the Lambeth Country Show at Brockwell Park.
Lambeth Country Show.
The Lambeth Country Show. So
Lambeth.
Lambeth. It's an area of London.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what a Lambeth was. Okay.
Yeah. So it's an area of London, and it's an inner city. It's an inner part of London. It's like zone 2 or 3. And I've been going for about 20 years, and I've slowly seen it change over time. The original idea behind it is that, in a small village or a town or something like that, you get like the village fete every year, like the summer fete. Everyone gets together, and people make pots of jam and
Yes.
of honey and all that kind of, and they have, fluffiest dog and fanciest sheep and all that, those kind of prizes.
Typical Midsummer Murders fucking shit. Yeah.
Exactly that. But for in a London area, and it's done in a nice park, Brockwell Park. This year, so there's been funding cuts and that kind of thing with our local councils. This year, the people who run the the concerts, because there's a concert there and they run them over the summer and that kind of thing, they took over the security of what's been going on. And it was so incredibly densely packed that it completely ruined the vibe of what was an otherwise really chill, nice way to spend your afternoon, in June. And I was it's just another one of those things that's was really nice for a long time and has just slowly got worse. And I wish I had something a bit more positive to say about it, but it really was just quite shit. And I felt very stressed out leaving it. And I was just this was horrible. This was not a pleasant experience at all. I don't feel like my day has improved at all from going. We've got some nice pastry on the way home, but
yeah, compensate it with
rough.
food. That is usually the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Can we do a similar thing in Surburn? I can't remember what they call it now. But what they do is they kind of just take the high street and there's a park sort of, I guess half a mile away. They just sort of pedestrianise a big block of basically the town centre, so it's quite nice and spread out. Yeah. The only bit that's weird about it is one of the more popular things is people go. There's a pub called The Lamb, and they sort of do a barbecue and drinks, and then everyone goes there. But you're sort of all that's really happened is everyone's just moved from the pub to the park, but the park is now just pretending to be the pub.
That's nice. I like that. That's
we
good.
have a look around it. The idea is good. The stalls are often questionable because you get people just trying to sell you double glazing, and I always kind of think I guess it's local businesses.
Yeah.
I always kind of think that's not necessarily the point, but
no, it's like the local Rotary Club or whatever doing it.
I wonder how these things came to be. Was there at one point a Charles Pub Parkington that went, "I declare this park a pub. Drink, peasants."
Yes.
Because that would be the ideal story, I think.
I see you know your English history well. Yeah.
they have departments in the council that plan all these things.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned something today, actually, about name.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so, because I was listening to something and they were talking about boycotting American stuff because of the current political climate. And apparently the word boycotting comes from an Irishman with the surname Boycott.
I didn't know that.
No, and he was I don't know, he was leasing out stuff. I don't know if it was houses or land or whatever. And at some point he didn't agree to lower the lease, and people boycotted him by just ignoring him completely. And that's where the word comes from. So I don't know if that family's still around. I mean,
imagine being such a poor businessman that there is a term named after you for when people just don't buy your shit.
For centuries and centuries to go. Yeah.
Hundreds of years. Yeah. If there is a Heavenlies up there going, for fuck's sake, guys, stop going on about it, all right?
It's one of those memes, one of the Office, I think it's one of the Office pictures, and then it says, what will we be known for in history? And it's just all of these nice things, and then I know boycotting. It's fucking great. So I
gotta be careful. You can't boycott American stuff. You're a terrorist, Yost.
Yeah, I am a terrorist. Yeah, I'm a Western European Caucasian terrorist. That's just how I roll. So last week we received 6 very useful tips to acquire riches in our lives.
Yep.
Oh, Matt, you didn't give me these 6 tips.
They are on the podcast. They are on the podcast. So I have made and prepared 6 tips to improve the quality of your life.
Oh, okay.
So if you get your pen and pencil ready again, you know, you can just write this in the same notebook as you did last week.
Yep, Notepad++, yep.
Yeah. Yes, it's a different tab, you know.
Yep.
And then drag it to the first tab you ever see whenever you open the program.
Yep.
The application. Okay. Chris, are you ready for this?
I was born ready with Notepad++ open.
Okay. I actually wrote this down on a piece of paper. I've been working on this all week. So, number one, very, very, very useful. Prep your week. So, little story this week. The neighbors that usually walk you up, they are on holiday. So I have to walk in myself and I have to sort of mix that in with mandatory days going to the office. So I prepped my week. I prepped my food. I made sure that, my schedule was clear and that helps. So, prep your week. If you've got a busy week, prep it. Make sure that you know what you're doing when and you make that week a little bit easier for you. So, I don't know, shit's part of your normal week and you think you don't have time for it, do it beforehand or do it after. So, I don't know, if you're a hoary teenager, wank a little bit in the weekend before your busy week starts. I don't know. Just prep your week. That's tip number one. They're going to get better from this point on. This is the only serious one I have, obviously. Number two. This is an important one. After a giant poop, flush first, then wipe. Do you guys know why?
Just in case the toilet's not strong enough to get it all down.
Yes, Shane knows what I'm talking about. You've had this problem.
I can tell you, right? Do you know how many stories you can put on a flat before you have to put a pump in to get the water pressure up?
I do not know.
It's 5 floors. And I know this because by the time you get to floor number 5, there's not really any water pressure.
Are you on floor 5?
Just sort of dribbling out, yeah. So it takes about 2 flushes to get anything down. It's infuriating.
Well, it's more the terror that you've had a big poop, you've wiped, and then you flush, and you see the water rising in the toilet. And you just think, oh God, it's got to go down at some point. And it doesn't just keep rising.
If it doesn't, just stick your hand in there, grab it, pull it out, and throw it at the wall. A bit like if you're in KFC.
So your tip, Chris, is don't worry about flushing first and then wiping. Your tip is to make sure there's a glove ready in case things go bad.
I'm sorry, who mentioned a glove?
Okay. Number 3. I don't know why this is also poop related. After pooping, check for residual poop. It takes a second. If there's residual poop, grab the brush.
On the toilet. I thought you were talking about what? Surely that's covered in wiping.
No, not on your ass. Don't.
I was like, do we need to be told to check for residual poop?
So yeah, number 4 is hang a mirror in your toilet. So you can check for residual poop.
Did you think hang a mirror in your boiler?
Oh no, in your toilet.
Oh, I was about to say, that would seem a very odd place.
I think you would need 2 mirrors to do it that way, Shane. But I meant in the toilet. So I meant in the toilet so you can clear it before it, cements, dries up.
Could you get around this by chroming the inside of your toilet so the entire thing is reflective?
You'd have to have a sort of oily surface, I guess.
Because it would be slidey then as well, wouldn't it? So it'd be like Teflon.
So you would prevent the residual poop forever even being there, ever.
Yeah, you got to Teflon coat the inside of your toilet bowl. That's the law. I don't make the rules. Apart from that one.
Apart from all the rules that I do make.
Yeah, apart from all the rules.
Yeah. All right, number 4. Right, so it's not hanging out a mirror. You don't need to check your asshole. That's Well, maybe you do if you've got a wound there or something. But generally, if you're healthy and fit, there's, kids listening, you don't need to check your asshole.
Could you do that with one of those little dentist mirrors? It's like a little mirror on the end of a stick, sort of pointing it round.
Well, maybe with the selfie stick, take a picture and check.
Oh, yeah, upload them to your family iCloud.
Upload it to your mother's Aura frame. You just check.
Oh my god, that is disgusting.
No, I'm serious. Number 4 is a serious one. Very serious. No, actually, this one gets me worked up a little bit. So there's a warning for volume increase.
Okay.
Number 4 is an actual life lesson that I have learned, and it's very simple. Power through. Okay? Sometimes in life, things are going to suck.
Shit just won't come out. You got to power through.
No, let's stop it. Not everything has to be feces related.
You went down this track.
No, just power through. Not everything is nice in life. And some things are going to suck. And some things are going to be horrible and terrible. And they're not going to be nice. When life gives you lemons, you fucking eat those lemons, right? You put those lemons straight in your mouth and you gobble them down. You power through. Nobody's got time to lemonade. You don't always have the sugar or the stand or the all of the resources that you might need to make lemonade. No, just eat the fucking lemons, right? When life sits its hairy, sweaty, musky asshole straight on your face, you eat that ass.
I'm not going to do that.
Well,
This is an analogy, obviously. Like life doesn't have a crack that it'll put on your face. So for you, Chris, if your only dinner is cartilage, you fucking eat it. Okay, things are gonna suck.
Yeah, I've made no progress on that.
No, but the good thing is, after the sucking, after eating the ass, there's always going to be a reward,
So we've got to do lots of sucking and lots of ass eating. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? While that ass is on your face, you might get a little bit of
Then we
roast.
squeeze a
Could
lemon
happen.
to get rid of the smell.
Yes.
Is that the usage?
Number 5. This is one I've mastered. Create a bathroom routine. So,
Is this routine mostly around shit?
No. This is not about. This is about the morning when you I get out of bed, I shower, and then the first thing I do after the shower is I apply deodorant or anti-transparent or whatever.
Do you not have a dump before you have a shower though?
Stop with the poop. And then I brush my teeth and do everything else, so that the deodorant has time to dry up before I clothe myself. It's a routine. This is just a tip. It's a quality of life tip, guys. Just
Good to have a routine.
eat that fucking tip, okay? Eat it and enjoy it. And the last one is if you have kitchen appliances, and I've done this many times with great success, and they are dirty in some way, don't clean them by hand. Just shove the whole thing in your dishwasher. So the toaster, cord and all, I've done air fryer many times. Just
wait, you've put your entire air
Yes.
fryer, not the drawers, the whole air
the
fryer.
whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Just shove it in there, run a program, and it's clean. Like, there's no need for manual labor in this day and age. Toaster has also been in there, still working, still have my old toaster. Coffee machine has been in there. I mean, what hasn't been in there? Like, just, yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a tip or an assassination attempt.
Why? Is your appliance plugged in while it is in the dishwasher? No.
It's going to get rusty.
No, it's not going to get rusty. Like, you don't do this
It's gonna get
17
rusty.
times a year. Like, you do this maybe
100%
once a year.
it's going to get rusty.
I've
You're
done
washing
it.
it in salted water.
You're not meant to season it, Shane. To be fair, it is meant to be like plain water.
Look,
Unless
these
you're
are my
seasoning.
tips to a better quality of life, and I think they're mostly good. And they're teaching kids something.
Remember, kids, you can save yourself time by having a bath and washing your toaster in it at the same time.
Yes.
And if
And
you can
demonetized.
if you heat the water up as well by keeping the toaster plugged in, then it's a no-brainer.
That reminds me. Have you seen I think they call them Turkish kettles, but I'm sure it's not just Turkey that sells them. But they're kettles that is basically just a plug, and inside the kettle it's just a positive and a negative contact. So it heats the water by running mains voltage just through the water. If you put anything metal in this kettle, you just die.
Yeah.
And they just sell these obviously they're not in Europe. It's a bit of a no-no, but I'm sure you can probably find the damn things on Amazon now. They come with a plastic spoon for obvious reasons.
A safety kettle as well.
That sounds like a kettle from like 80 years ago or something. I don't know.
Well, apparently the scam is, so you know Turkish coffee?
Yeah.
Mm.
The scam is that they tell you that this is how they make it, which is not. It's got absolutely nothing to do
No.
with the kettle.
No, this has nothing to do with it. No. No, but yeah,
No.
you could be more, you could show more appreciation towards these quality of life tips. They're very good. No.
You've blown your own trumpet there a bit, Yost.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to ask you each week whether your toaster is still working.
Yeah, I'm now
is.
curious as to how long this
The only
toaster
reason
works.
I replaced it is because it's old and I wanted a black one rather than a white one. I could send it to you if you want it, and you can see it still works. I'll put it in the dishwasher, I'll send it to you. You can plug it in, you'll see it works. It's fine.
I mean, to be fair, this sounds more and more like an assassination attempt.
The
That Shay was talking about.
only thing is, after you've washed your appliance, do make sure it is absolutely dry before you turn it on.
If you turn it on first, though, the heat will dry it out quicker.
Yes, no, I wouldn't. Let's not do that. Yeah.
I find that a particularly dangerous thing to do.
Well,
Clearly, you're a braver man than I.
well, I'm just trying to help people,
I appreciate it.
deal
It's a
with
good
their
thing
busy
to do.
lives. I'm giving
Okay.
back to the world. So flush first.
Especially
Then what?
toast the manufacturers.
Yes. And I think it's time we go on to the news.
Today's the news.
I actually have a sound bit prepared for the news. I just needed a voiceover. So
It's
thanks.
professional.
It
go,
is. It is.
Yeah, cut that bit out though, so that it's not so.
It'll work.
I'm sure. So, what's in the news this week then, Yost?
Why? I'm not the newsman. You're
Who's the
you're in
newsman?
charge of news. You lot.
You lot?
Okay, hold on.
You scallywags.
Okay, I'm going to the place where I get my news from, which is the Onion.
I thought Shane had news.
Wait, he does? Shane has news?
Yeah,
did.
Shane had news, but he's completely silent.
Oh, my news is the Bastarding Telegraph have said that my lovely Surburn is apparently the second most boring place in the entire country.
No.
I think this is quite frankly an outrage.
Is that where you live, in Surban?
Yes. Hang on, I'm going to...
Surbiton.
Can you give us a rundown? Of the top? I'll make it easy for you. Can you give us a rundown of the top one attractive things to do in Surbiton?
All right, what they are probably basing it on, I've discovered, is because if you look on like TripAdvisor for like things to do in Surbiton, the top rated thing is the train station.
Yeah, that's the
Leaving is the best thing you can
do.
which I'm going to admit makes it not sound like the best place. With that, it's because they're like, oh, it's a lovely like Art Deco building, and you're like, yeah, but it's still a train station.
I thought you were going to say because it's the only place that has a Greg's. Like that's the highlight of the whole town.
Yeah.
So, what is the second
What else
most
is there?
boring town? Because we might disagree with this list.
The most boring one was Stevenage, I believe.
Hmm.
I have no clue where any of these places are.
No.
So what else is there to do?
Is that in Wales?
Surbiton, Shane? No, it's North
Well,
London.
I mean, there's loads to do. You're right near Hampton Court. You're right near Kingston. If you were limiting it to just Surbiton, I suppose.
Wait, are you just naming
Yeah.
exciting things to do that are near Surbiton but not in?
That's what came to my
cheating.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just,
If
you can't just add 6 areas to it. That's not how
I think
that
these
works.
people were onto something with leaving.
if you're talking about actually Surbiton, I legitimately can't think of anything other than the train station. There's a park.
That's nice. I like parks.
Apparently, drug dealers.
I like it even more now. I'm going to get my 3 MMC there.
No.
Is, this goes back to what I was saying about the Facebook groups. This is the kind of things you learn. All of the nosy old ladies going like, "Oh, there's some dodgy characters in the park."
Yeah, but they just assume that they're dealing drugs. They might not actually be doing that.
Yeah, but then the police confirmed
Hmm.
there were a couple of incidents. But yeah, lovely place.
Okay, so you live in the most boring town in the entire country.
No, Stevenage is apparently the most boring.
Oh, it's the
With a
second most boring. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say if you are the most boring town, which sorry, no, you're not. I must have misheard. Like what I like to say in these situations is, from the basement, every staircase goes up, so it can only get more
That's very
exciting.
true.
Yeah,
That's very
What
true.
happens if there's also a sub basement that goes down?
that's not how that
Clearly,
works.
Surbiton goes down to Stevenage.
But as well, right? Orpington is the same. There was nothing fun to do in there, and
I
their
liked
train station is
Orpington.
shit compared to us.
Yeah, the train station of Orpington isn't much, is it?
It's
There's
not.
there's not even a Greg's,
No, the bowling alley's new, I think.
Is it still there? There used to be one because there used to be the police station above it. Sorry, I was like 40 years ago almost. It was there. And then they got rid of it, I think.
Well, it probably has a bowling alley now because they built a brand new one. Oh yeah, it's got a.
It has.
Oh, yes, it has a super. Jesus Christ! When was this website made?
Why is it bad?
Because it's done so poorly that it doesn't scale with my monitor. So it's on like 20% of my screen.
Mm,
I'm going to link it to you so that you can see the brilliance.
how awful it really is. Yeah. Okay, the Palace Super Bowl, Orpington.php. What the hell is this? Who made this piece of shit?
Oh, look at that! It's a non-secure website.
That
Proceed
map
to-
is so... Why isn't it just Google Maps? What is this?
It doesn't even scale. It's
I
just a
don't know.
fixed image in the middle. What is this garbage?
But then if you click on Prices Orpington, right, suddenly the text is a lot clearer. It's not very consistent. Does it not have a sterling pound sign for you guys either? Like it's question mark 6.95 for one game.
We're not allowed to export pounds to Europe, so you're not allowed
Yeah.
any.
Look at this. It's not like a chain. It's literally they have one bowling alley. They had one in Elephant and Castle, but they demolished the building it was in. So
Have you seen that photo at
Literally, yeah.
parties? Look at that photo at parties. Those people are having a great time. I'm jealous of them.
oh hell yeah,
I like bowling.
Guys,
they're having a really good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Next time I come over, can we do a teens party for $12.90? with 2 games included. Snack and soft drinks by lane provided immediately. Immediately.
This reminds me of like when we were little, it was all about the parties with a random thing. It was always swimming or bowling or McDonald's. Weirdly, I don't know why we all wanted a McDonald's birthday, but we all did.
Everyone does, yeah.
You go up to the special upstairs bit and eat a Happy Meal. I don't know what else you did.
There was a.
That was it.
There was a. What do you call?
Why did we want to do that?
Like an area with all those bowls in. What do you call that? And a slide.
Ball pit or soft play.
Yeah, that was that. It was very
I think we
tiny
had
and
those.
disgusting, but
The one
man,
in
those
Bromley
things are
didn't have
disgusting.
that. There was a Burger King that had some stuff upstairs, but it wasn't exciting.
Well, the Rotterdam one had this. I guess it's a more prestigious city. Well,
If you have a team party, you get a souvenir to take home.
Exactly, and you can get vegetable nuggets. Have you seen that?
What is the souvenir?
I don't know. Ice cream, various. I love this menu. Snacks, various.
Wait, is this the bowling centre menu?
Yeah. If you go on parties, you can see what's included in the team party, and it's vegetable nuggets, among other things.
What do you want with your chips?
More vegetables. Give me those potato nuggets.
Yeah, pizza, slice and chips, sausages and chips, chicken nuggets and chips. I like how everything just says and chips.
Right, I've got a second news article, which is going to make this the other one, which is going to bring some conflict.
All right.
Surbiton North names one of UK's happiest places to live. Well,
Well,
which is it?
Well,
Which is it?
boring
Is it-
doesn't mean
Is it
unhappy.
boring or happy?
Yeah, just because it's boring doesn't mean you're unhappy living there. My time's pretty boring. I'm happy living here.
Although the funny thing is, in the article where it's saying like, oh, it's great place, everyone's really happy, it still has a picture of the fucking station.
They know what they've got and they're not afraid to use it.
I've honestly never heard anyone go on about a station so much. It's just, I don't know what it is.
It's got to be a
It's
great
a place where
station.
trains come and you get on them.
But it's Art Deco, so, it makes all the difference.
I can't believe that out of all the news that is out there, this is the only thing we have. Like, it's so sad.
I'm picking, light news.
Yeah, I mean, it should be light news, but there's got to be more light news than this. Like, this isn't just light news. This is a bit boring, isn't it? Like, the happiest place on earth, or which is also the most boring place, almost the most boring place on earth. It's.
Well,
yeah.
all right. I'll give you some other things that are going on in Surbiton. This is very important news. The chicken shop wants to extend its hours. That's
Yeah.
Good.
very, very important news there.
Is there going to be
Uh,
a town meeting
like
about
you-
this? Because once one shop does it.
They've asked for permission, so now we got to have loads of meetings. Loads of meetings about
It's
that. Very important.
This is pretty bad. I think we should move on to modern media.
I've got some news though. So today there was the big news. Poundland got sold for £1.
Yeah, that is amazing.
They
isn't
did.
it?
They could have done the funniest thing ever, which is sold it for £1 and a penny.
Just
They've missed an opportunity, I think.
do you get their inventory as well if you buy it for £1?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all their debt.
Yeah, yeah.
No, not that.
that's
I just want the inventory for £1, and then I'll sell it all.
I mean, that's what Poundland were trying to do, and that's
See, in my head, it was all these people that go in and go, "How much is this?" someone finally went in and just pointed to all the Poundlands and went, "How much is this?" And someone just went, they just went £1, obviously.
You know what?
And that's it.
Yeah. It's the
It's
clue.
the whole
loads
thing
of
was
fucking
just
Poundland.
secret code.
It wasn't a pound.
They were just that. I mean, that's the downfall of Poundland is when you walk in and it's like, that's $4.99. What the fuck? What's the point?
They should have called themselves Inflation Land. You know, a pound is now worth £1.30 or something.
In fairness to
Inflation
them,
land.
they were the sole survivor, weren't they? Because there used to be loads of them. What do you remember when they beat 99p stores? I mean, who saw
Yeah.
that one coming?
I remember that when I was living in the UK, in Weymouth, there was a 99p store and there was a Poundland.
Yeah,
And
that was the common thing. In Bromley, they had that. They were like head to head.
Yeah, but there was also a shoe shop that was really cheap and had terrible shoes. Was it Shoe Express? Is that it?
There is one up the top called Shoe Express or Shoe World or something. I think it's shut down now, but it used to be up there.
I think I can picture it in my head, but I can't remember the name. But there is a specific shop that comes to mind when you say terrible shoes.
Yeah, they were like shoes for a tenner or something, or for five or 15, or it was those type of prices, and they were awful shoes, like absolutely terrible.
Just like completely random shoes, like whatever they found in the local dumpster.
The size of the left and right shoe might not be the same.
Have you got the other one to this? No? Oh, okay. I guess
That's
I'll
where
just
Ronald
have one
McDonald
shoe.
bought his shoes, I reckon. Ridiculous.
Probably is.
After that grenade, what's the next section, Yost?
Right, it's the one you love the most, Tom. The one you introduce.
Modern media. Wow.
I love that intro. It's so good. Okay, so yeah.
It's so crap.
I was going to talk to you guys about Star Trek, which you might still do, depending on how long it is when we end the next subject, the next topic. I did find something in the nick of time. Like this morning, I was having my breakfast pancakes, and when I have my breakfast pancakes, I always watch either a bit of Netflix or a bit of YouTube or whatever, and I found something, guys. You're going to love this so much. I'm going to post a link to the full video after the podcast. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe to you what it is, what's happening first, and then I'm going to give you the title of the video because it'll make so much more sense. Okay.
Okay.
So, this is an episode. No, these are short movies made by whatever team. And what we have here is we have a scene with the boyfriend and the girlfriend, and it's their anniversary, and the boyfriend makes the girlfriend dinner. And what he makes is just one scoop of rice with bits of zucchini. That's it. And then she takes a bite and she says, "It tastes like cancer."
What?
That sounds awful.
I'm not making this up. And then she says, "Why couldn't you just get me Chipotle like I told you? You completely ruined the night." That's the opening scene of this short movie. It's a great
I wonder
anniversary.
who's sponsoring them.
I don't think Chipotle is mentioned another time. So you see more bits about this horrible relationship between these two people that clearly shouldn't be together, all right? But then, in the midst of their young adult lives, a crisis hits. And we cut to a scene of the breaking news. And what I've done on my little notebook is I've written down all the lines that you can hear about in the news. Like some of them are in the background, but the first one is like in full screen. And it's right there. I'm going to read out to you what's being said so you understand the crisis that this young couple is about to face in their lives. Okay. Here it goes. Breaking news. Global tensions escalate as North Korea launches a series of missiles initiating an invasion of Russia. Simultaneously, Germany launched an unexpected attack on the United States. The world is in the throe of World War III. Citizens over the age of 18, this is a critical moment. Governments worldwide are mobilizing forces, and if you're eligible, you may be drafted to serve. This is a call to duty, and refusal is not an option. The world needs your help to face this unprecedented threat. Okay, so this is the first bit of the news, and that's already a lot to unpack.
What is going on?
But then later on, there's a scene where they're talking, and then in the background, you can hear more news. And I'm going to read that out to you, and then we're going to talk about this news because it's fucking hilarious. So what you hear, if you listen closely, Adolf Hitler is still alive. Nazis have entered the United States. Adolf Hitler is still alive, and he's assembled a team that was already existing here. Hitler has come to the United States and has activated these Nazis.
What?
He's activated these Nazis.
What year is this set in?
This is in current times.
What?
It's so good.
What, like the world's being taken over by a fucking ancient Adolf Hitler?
Yeah, meanwhile, North Korea's launching missiles at Russia.
What? I'm so confused. That's a totally random series of events that doesn't make any sense.
I told you this was gold.
Why is North Korea nuking Russia?
I don't know, but it's about the relationship of those. That's what it's all about. It's about the relationship of these two young people, and then obviously the guy gets drafted, but not the girl for some reason.
Fucking sexist program. Oh my god!
But it's just. It's just the whole simultaneously Germany launched an unexpected attack on the United States. Adolf Hitler activating these Nazis. Like, are they robots? Are they like, how do you activate Nazis that are already existing here?
Is there like a secret code word that you say, and it just activates the Nazis?
It has a very ancient alien feel to it, doesn't it?
Took everybody by surprise, yeah. No, they did not see that coming.
I mean, I live with this shit. Like, this is fucking gold. And also, North Korea and Russia aren't they sort of allies? Like,
yes,
Yeah.
yes, they are.
I mean, I thought that North Korea was the number one sock supplier to the Russian army.
Do you think that's actually the only reason the troops were there? They were just supposed to be delivering the socks, and they got a bit lost and ended up on the front lines.
Now I want you to guess the title of this video because it's so good. If you had to put a title on this, what would it be?
Our video editor has taken too much acid.
No, that's a good one. Chris, what will you guess?
A North Korean documentary.
And Tom, how would you draw viewers to whatever this is?
Is this a film or a show?
This is a film. It's like a 16-minute short film.
Hitler's back, baby. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. The
Go on.
title is so good. So the title is "Girl Cheats While Boyfriend Fights War. You Won't Believe It." It's like, yes, I don't believe any of this.
You're right. I don't believe any of this.
Yeah.
Wait, if that's the only thing you're supposed to take away from all that is look at this fucking cheating whore.
Jesus.
He's
Just
out,
because he didn't get a Chipotle.
he's out there fighting a 130-year-old Hitler, and you're just shagging his mate, you bitch.
There's way more nonsensical shit in this video. I watched all of it tonight, and it's so good. It's so good.
Oh god.
There's more shit between him and his girlfriend, and in the war he loses both his legs. For some reason his speech is also gone because that's connected to your legs. I don't know.
That's how you talk with your legs.
I could have guessed for 1,000 years and never come up with that title.
Oh, you know what you won't believe.
Like they could have
Sounds
just gone for some, I don't know, like the guy just joins the army and is sent on a mission. Like there's no need for World War III in this whole scenario.
It sounds like some kind of auto-generated AI crap that's just been fed a load of BuzzFeed.
The weird thing is, all right, the channel this is made by, and this is gonna feed our podcasts for years to come because they have a lot of shit in there. And
This is the weird thing. I think I've seen. I don't know if it's the same channel, but similar channels where they're supposed to be like stories with morals to them.
yes,
but
it's called Tomorrow's Teachings.
I think it might be the same one, or at least it's very similar. So it's supposed to be like, yeah, like stories that have some moral lesson, like don't judge people. I don't know what the moral lesson to that is. It seems bad.
I think for next week I'm
Don't
gonna
fuck
prepare
someone
that.
while your boyfriend's fighting Nazis. I don't know.
For next week I'm gonna
Yeah.
prepare the episode Bros Vape Explodes.
But even the one that I've seen was slightly more serious, but it'll be like some judge that's on a case, and one of the defendants is black, and he's just saying outrageously racist things, and you're like, when would this ever happen? I don't know.
If you think racism is bad, you're gonna watch this with Helen, and you're gonna laugh so much because there is a bit not about racism, but definite discrimination in there. It's so good. They even have a video called "Asian Kid Fails His Math Class."
What?
Asian kid fails his math class. You won't believe
Oh
it.
What is this?
It's like the title is already racist. That's just before you've even got into the video. Oh my god.
Karen makes Indian take bath. You won't believe it. When all ends on you won't believe it.
The thing is, because this kind of thing has existed before AI. Now they've got I can't remember what it's called, but they've basically got AI. They've got AI that will just make this crap for you.
Yeah.
And what are they going to train it on? They're going to train it on this crap. So they're going to make crap versions of this.
Oh, I mean, if this is the content that AI is going to create and it's going to be on television, dude, this is great.
It's great if you like.
This is
crap.
better than any sitcom. Like, it is so good.
Sorry, I've just gone onto this YouTube channel and I've sorted up my popular, and the second most popular video is called "Hot Mum Mistreats Son, You Won't Believe It." The opening scene is a perfectly healthy young man pretending to be disabled and making loud noises in a wheelchair.
Oh my god!
And then the mother puts a camera down his underwear and photographs his genitals. What the fuck is this website?
These are teachings. There's a morale to it in the end. Like, you even get a little Sonic the Hedgehog moment at the end where they summarize what you
do that.
They summarize what you've learned from watching the video.
What is this?
Oh my god!
See, I didn't overhype this, did I? I told you it was good. I can't top this ever. Like, this is probably the best shite that I'll ever see. I've posted the link in the thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to discuss Star Trek another time. I think we should wrap it up. Does anyone want to give some last words? Like, maybe share some teachings with the audience. Shane, what's your teaching of today?
Well, my teaching is So content creators are fucking weird. That's my teacher.
That's one. Tom, what would you like to what would you like to give back to community?
All toasters toast.
True.
Yep, never forget.
Unless you put them in a dishwasher.
True. Then they're going to rust, Yost. They're going to rust.
They're not. I'll take a picture of the thing. It works. I'll make a video of it actually making toast. How about that? Would you then believe me?
No.
No, you don't.
It might be a duplicate spare one you had lying around.
I don't. Who has a spare fucking toaster lying around? No one. Not even Yostington the Toastington. All right, Chris, what's your, as tomorrow's teachings, what would you like to give back to society?
I don't know, because I've got a headache now after listening to what was just being talked about.
Maybe it's don't trust Hitler.
Yeah. Don't trust Hitler. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that statement, to be fair. So let's go with that.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know what to say. I mean, I've already given to society so much by giving my 6 tips. When life gives you lemons, just eat the fucking lemons. And I think that's a wrap. Let's say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.